This is Kit Andrews. Friends and family talk about the bizarre disappearance of their loved one. Also, tips on how you and your family can make ends meet on just one income, and snowmobile versus avalanche. This time, the little guy wins. These stories and more next on 12 News.
You're watching 12 WKRC TV, a new generation of news. Now, non-stop news and Tim Hedrick's No Wait Weather. 12 News Tonight starts now.
It's been 6 weeks since anyone saw this Cincinnati woman, and today, fears about her well-being became more serious. Good evening. Her family calls it nothing short of scary. 36-year-old Shirley Vaughn disappeared on her way to the bus stop 6 weeks ago.
The Cincinnati Police Division classifies Vaughn as a critical missing, meaning it's the most serious type of disappearance. 12 News reporter Gwen Ellis talks to Vaughn's family about their frustrating search.
It's hard to work, it's hard to function because
the missing posters are never far, but the strain is showing.
It's just very scary, you know, the longer it waits and you don't hear nothing. I don't know if it's good news or bad news anymore, you know.
Her family says Shirley Vaughn was a reliable worker and a loving mother. They don't believe she would abandon her 18-year-old son or her 11-year-old daughter.
You know, you just don't pick up and walk out that door and disappear and not hear nothing.
It was 6 weeks ago when Shirley Vaughn left her home at 3155 Glenmore.
January 13th, as far as Shirley's family knew, it was a normal Monday morning. She came walking a half a block down, just like she did every day, to the bus stop here to catch a bus at 7 a.m. That's the last time anyone saw her.
The bus driver and regular riders say she never got on the bus. Her family says she called her sister's boyfriend at 7:10, they think from this payphone at Glenmore and work. At 9 a.m., Shirley's boss called her family looking for her because she never showed up. January 18th, family and friends searched the neighborhood, going door to door for information, covering poles with posters. Those who love Shirley are worried that time is their enemy.
I guess I don't want to think of her being out there hurt or laying somewhere, you know, so I got hope she's still alive.
That hope is both the family's source of strength and pain. Gwen Ellis, 12 News.
And Shirley Vaughn's family says she left with just $3 and no clothes or possessions that they know of. Police say they've had no strong lead since the case began. If you've seen Shirley Vaughn or you have any information that might help police, please call Crime Stoppers at 352-3040. You don't have to give your name, and you could earn cash for clues. Now there's one more location to consider as a possible site for the new Reds stadium.
It would keep the Reds downtown and on the riverfront. The group behind Baseball on Main presented its ideas today. The proposal means moving day for the Reds would be more like a walk next door. The site is sandwiched between Synergy Field and the Coliseum. The new stadium would actually overlap onto the existing Synergy Field. Some refer to the plan as the wedge, implying an image of things being packed too tightly, but the designers don't see it that way.
When we put a baseball park between the Coliseum and the existing Synergy, it's called shoehorning or wedging the site. When they squeeze a park in between the Reading Road and the jail, it's called brilliant urban planning.
The Fort Washington Way plan also affects the proposed site. If that road is changed to a boulevard, it would free up 17 acres for Baseball on the Main.
New charges tonight against one of the suspects in the Wilmington shooting. Chevy Keogh has been indicted on federal firearms violations. Chevy and his brother Shane Keogh were in a gun battle with Wilmington officers 10 days ago. Both brothers face charges as a result. The shootout aired nationally on America's Most Wanted this past weekend. Since then, the Ohio Highway Patrol has received about 90 phone calls with possible sightings. Here are new pictures of the suspects. This one shows Shane Keogh on the right, and on the left is Tana Keogh, who was thought to be with him. And here's Chevy Keogh, the one facing the new charges on the left there. The woman is his companion, Corinna Gum. All are still at large tonight. A group